The shocking secret behind Elon Musk's influencer status.
Mr. Reagan.
So many people hate Elon Musk right now. Some are calling this EDS, Elon Derangement Syndrome. And I think they're right. Now, you might think by the clickbait title of this video that this is a hit piece on Elon Musk. It is not. In this video, I am going to present a case for the obvious. I'm going to present you another reason why Elon Musk is very clearly a genius. For the record, some of this video will be speculative, especially the shocking secret part. But if I'm right, it is shocking, so stay tuned. Before I get into the details and reveal what the shocking secret about Elon is, I want to preface this by saying that Donald Trump, I believe, did exactly the same thing in the 1980s. The difference between what Donald Trump did and what Elon Musk did is simply a matter of technology. But in the 1980s, there was no internet. There was no social media. So Donald Trump and Elon Musk essentially made the same brilliant realization and executed the same genius plan. And I believe that the reason they were both able to do this is because these men are problem solvers. I think that this is one of the key reasons why Donald Trump and Elon Musk have both been such great businessmen. And I also think it's why Donald Trump is such an effective president and why Elon Musk's Doge initiative has also been so successful. The reason I have some insight into this is because my father is a business owner. And when I was a little boy, he started his business from scratch. So I was able to actually watch this business go from nothing to massive. And okay, look, there is a lot more to being a businessman than just problem solving. However, when you run a business, problem solving is absolutely critical. Problems pop up every single day, and you need to find the most efficient, effective, and cheapest ways to solve those problems. And you need to be able to do it quickly. And one of the major problems with any business is marketing. No matter what your business is, you need to effectively advertise your products or your services to whatever the target market is. Now, you may think you've guessed what I'm about to reveal here, but even if you think you know it, stay tuned because I want to discuss the significance of what Elon Musk has been able to accomplish. And this is aside from his massive accomplishments with SpaceX and Tesla and his various other businesses. In fact, without this one accomplishment, I don't even think Doge would have ever happened. The secret I will reveal in one moment. First, I have to talk to you about my amazing sponsor. Do you ever feel like your body's stress switch is permanently stuck in the on position, like you can't shut your mind off at night? That was me, seriously. But then I discovered what was really happening. It wasn't just stress, it was a magnesium deficiency. That's when I discovered Magnesium Breakthrough from Bioptimizers. This changed everything. Within days of taking it, I noticed I was falling asleep faster, waking up refreshed, and I was handling daily stress much better. What makes Magnesium Breakthrough different? Well, most supplements, they only contain one or two types of magnesium. Magnesium Breakthrough delivers all 7 forms that your body needs, all in one capsule. And this balances your stress response and supports your sleep quality. The results speak for themselves. Over 1,500 5-star reviews from people who have reclaimed their calm, their sleep, their energy. And right now, you can save 10% when you go to bioptimizers.com/Mr. Reagan and use code Mr. Reagan. They even offer a full 365-day guarantee, so there's zero risk to try it. Don't just manage stress, break through it with Magnesium Breakthrough. Again, that's bioptimizers.com/Mr. Reagan and use the code Mr. Reagan. And if you subscribe, not only will you get amazing discounts and free gifts, you will make sure that your monthly supply is guaranteed. For the more cynical among you, you may think that what I'm about to reveal is that I believe Elon Musk bought Twitter in order to make himself a social media star. No, Elon Musk was a social media star long before that. The secret is actually far simpler. The secret is that I believe Elon Musk's iconic social media status was intentional. I believe that it was manufactured. Now, that's not to say that Elon Musk's online persona is artificial. I don't think that at all. But I believe that Elon Musk made a calculated decision to become a social media star, and he paid experts and consultants to make that happen. And this is not a critique. This is genius. Allow me to explain. Social media influencer status is not particularly highly regarded by people who are already famous. This is why you don't see Brad Pitt or George Clooney or Tom Cruise desperately trying to achieve iconic social media influencer status. You do not typically see the heads of state trying to achieve iconic social media influencer status. And you don't see billionaires trying to achieve iconic social media influencer status. And the reason for this is that many social media influencers are talentless clout chasers with no real value to society. Now, this is a little bit absurd because social media influencer status is often achieved because the influencer has some specific knowledge or talent, or because they have an authentic and engaging personality. And all of these things are, in fact, valuable. But sometimes social media influencers don't have that much talent at all. Sometimes they just stumble upon niche content that becomes very popular and they kind of fall into influencer status. And often famous or highly successful people, they develop an ego around their success. They don't want people's perceptions of them tainted by associating themselves with talentless social media influencers. However, whether you are impressed by social media stars or you look down on them, these people have an incredible amount of power. A social media influencer can completely make a brand. They can also destroy a brand. Before social media was a thing, Michael Jordan, the most famous basketball player of all time, turned Nike from a successful athletic shoe company into one of the most successful corporations in the history of the world. This was the first time in history that a famous person single-handedly did this for a company.
Who says man was not meant to fly?
In the modern era, Logan Paul did this with Prime Energy drink.
The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run!
Ladies and gentlemen,
the official sports drink of the UFC.
If you haven't tried it, the orange mango, it's amazing. They should really pay me for that. Bud Light, on the other hand, hired a single social media influencer, Dylan Mulvaney, and it nearly destroyed the company.
Bud Light is trying to regain its spot as America's top-selling beer after sales dropped 23% last month compared to the same period last year. Analysts blame the plunge on a Bud Light ad posted on social media by a transgender TikTok star.
This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out my Instagram story to see how you can enjoy March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money too.
So many conservatives boycotted Bud Light after the ad went public, and when the parent company tried to distance itself from it, it caused backlash with the LGBTQ plus community.
Has Bud Light recovered?
They haven't at all. I think that's one of the most interesting parts about this story is that they lost 30% of their customers, and millions of customers, billions of dollars of shareholder value over the last couple of years. They continue to shed customers. The stock price is almost off 50% from when they made this partnership with Dylan Mulvaney, and they're going to spend almost $50 million in advertising at the Super Bowl this week. I don't think it's going to have any impact. I don't know if any of their loyal customers are going to come back.
I can tell you guys from experience, there are two kinds of currency when you are on social media: money and clout. And clout, I believe, is far more valuable than money because clout creates opportunities. It creates opportunities for money, but also for access. And if you own a business, having clout, having notoriety, this is priceless. Recognizing that social media status can be critical to the success of a company, it would be absolute genius for the head of a company to intentionally become a social media influencer. Such a man could independently promote his own company on a massive international scale for free. Now, I said that Trump did this in the 1980s before social media was a thing, and this is true, but instead of social media influencer status back then, it was just known as fame. Even in his book, The Art of the Deal, written in 1987, Trump essentially said that all press is good press. Specifically, he wrote, "Even a critical story, which may be hurtful personally, can be very valuable to your business." So Trump got it. Trump figured out the trick. Now, with regard to social media, I don't believe that Trump's iconic social media status was manufactured at all. I believe that that was an organic extension of his existing fame. Elon Musk, however, even though he was already famous for owning Tesla and being a billionaire, he would not have been recognized by most Americans before establishing himself as a social media icon on Twitter. So I think that Elon Musk did something absolutely brilliant. I believe that he brought in a team of consultants and social media experts, and he paid them to manufacture his social media status. Now, that's not to say that Elon Musk's online persona is artificial. I believe that the social media version of Elon Musk is an authentic representation of the real Elon Musk. However, even if you have attributes which may allow you to become a social media influencer, it may still be very difficult to become a social media influencer. So if you bring in a team that knows what to tweet and when to tweet, and they can find the best way to present somebody's ideas on social media, they can very easily help someone with the potential to be a social media star to actually become a social media star. And I believe that is what Elon Musk did. And as I said at the top of the show, this is really just speculation, but I'm pretty sure it's true. If I ever meet Elon Musk, I will ask him. But look, this is brilliant because it's not just been beneficial for Tesla and SpaceX and Elon Musk's various other businesses. This has created a multitude of opportunities for Elon Musk himself. As I said before, without his social media clout, Doge may never have become a thing. Heck, Elon was a massive help to Donald Trump's election campaign. Without his social media stardom, he may not have had a fraction of the impact in 2024. And without that, maybe Trump wouldn't even have won the election. Okay. Now look, I may be wrong. As I said at the start of the video, this is all totally speculative. But I have been looking into what it takes to become an iconic social media influencer because my own YouTube channel has not been doing so well lately, and it occurred to me that it was time to up my game. So I've been doing a lot of research on this, and the truth is that there are just a lot of tricks to becoming successful on social media. These are tricks that I have never employed before, but I have friends who are experts at exploiting these tricks. And I looked into a number of very successful social media personalities, and I realized that many of them employ these tricks. And so in order to achieve success in social media, you can do all the research and employ all the tricks yourself, or you can hire a team to do all that stuff for you. It's sort of like a cheat code for social media success. And I think Elon Musk brilliantly used that cheat code. And again, I might be wrong. Elon Musk's success on Twitter might have been completely organic. He was already famous for being a billionaire, and there are many people who would have wanted to listen to him anyway, and his comedic style and his natural charm may have allowed for him to become the iconic social media influencer that he did become without utilizing the cheat code. And I do think that is also very impressive. However, if I'm right, and Elon Musk did recognize the power of social media, to me, that is even more impressive. Because think about it, there are lots of billionaires in the world. Only a few of them are household names. And even among those, there are only two who are beloved by people all over the world: Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Most other billionaires go relatively unnoticed or are mostly hated. Look at Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg. All those guys, if they had implemented an Elon Musk-like strategy to become an iconic social media influencer, maybe they too would have been able to control people's perceptions about them a little better. Maybe they too would have been able to develop a more likable personal brand. But as it is, most people perceive those guys as megalomaniacal nerds. But those who craft an iconic social media persona, whether organic or manufactured, they are beloved. Notoriety opens doors. There are lots of billionaires, but how many get invited to meet, say, the royal family? Probably not many. But if you become one of the most renowned social media personalities in the world, it will probably happen. Now, I have no particular interest in meeting the royal family, but given the opportunity, I would, of course, say yes. I mean, it's just not the kind of thing that everybody gets to do. So, of course, any sane person would accept the invitation. It's a unique opportunity. And there are countless opportunities like that which come with notoriety. Opportunities that money can't always buy. So being a social media icon is in many ways far more valuable than just being rich. And intentionally manufacturing a social media brand is not new. Kim Kardashian and Kyle Jenner are both known to have hired a full team of social media experts and consultants to create their social media brands. And clearly that has worked out very well for both of them. So it just makes good business sense for someone like Elon Musk to do the same. Now, you may not agree with me that Elon Musk manufactured his own social media stardom, but consider how Elon Musk first became a star on Twitter. Elon Musk started posting memes in late 2017, early 2018. This was unusual for the CEO of a major corporation. And these memes, they didn't always go over particularly well. In October of 2018, the degenerate online publication Vice wrote a scathing rebuke of Elon Musk entitled, Elon Musk asking for Twitter's dankest memes was an incredible self-own. They wrote, Elon Musk is a man who seems like he needs a little help. He spent the last few months bouncing from bad move to worse move, and all that dicking around has ultimately turned him into a living, breathing meme. On Thursday, ostensibly hoping to shift some of that attention off himself, Musk put out a call asking Twitter to send him the dankest memes. They then posted some memes that seemed to be critical of Elon Musk, suggesting that he was trying too hard to be cool, and they finished the article by writing, well, what can you do? Another day, another failed experiment from the closest thing this world has to a real-life James Bond villain. Now, in spite of the fact that the degenerates over at Vice were trying to slam Elon Musk with this hit piece, it's interesting to note that they viewed Elon's tweet as a failed experiment. Because as much as I hate Vice, I think that's kind of right. When social media personalities are trying to grow their account, they experiment with a broad variety of posts, just trying to get engagement. I think with Musk, some of his early tweets and his memes, they indicate a conscious attempt to grow his subscriber base. Another notable example, on April 1st, April Fool's Day, 2018, Elon Musk posted a tweet about Tesla going bankrupt. This was pretty popular, garnering 129,000 likes. In August of 2018, Elon announced that Tesla would go private at $420 per share, 420 being an obviously provocative number. This got 77,000 likes. Elon's social media stardom grew quickly after that. But then, on April 27th, 2022, Elon Musk posted the greatest tweet of all time. It remains, to this day, the single most viewed tweet in the history of the platform. After announcing that he was going to buy Twitter in order to reintroduce free speech onto the platform, he wrote, "Next, I'm going to buy Coca-Cola to put the cocaine back in." Absolutely hilarious, absolutely brilliant. I think the combination of Elon's intention to create an iconic social media influencer account, his sense of humor, and his simultaneous rejection of woke politics was a perfect recipe for success. And the anti-woke aspect really was an enormous factor. Other billionaires have tried to do what Elon and Trump have done, but they have not always been quite so lucky. There is one other prominent billionaire who has famously attempted to create a personal brand beloved by the people, but who failed in spectacular fashion. And the reason he failed is that he tried to be woke. This was a tragic mistake. I am, of course, talking about Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban has been desperate to be popular for as long as I can remember. In 2004, in the wake of the massive success of Donald Trump's reality show, The Apprentice, Mark Cuban produced his own reality show called The Benefactor. It was, of course, a massive flop.
Living the American dream, he became a self-made billionaire.
I'm the luckiest guy in the world. Please don't pinch me, because I don't want to wake up. At no point in time have I ever forgotten where I came from, who helped me get here, and why I'm here.
Now, Mark Cuban will help one of the 16 people he's invited to live in this Dallas mansion realize their own dream by giving the eventual winner $1 million.
If I'm the luckiest guy in the world, then I'm going to make the winner the second luckiest person in the world.
But the winner has one thing standing in their way. The 15 other people that also want the money.
That's gonna be fun.
This was really the first time I got a sense of who Mark Cuban was. I watched the entire series, which lasted just a short season, and honestly, it was cringe-inducing. It was embarrassing. I was embarrassed that I had watched it. It was crystal clear from watching that show just who Mark Cuban was. It was a classic case of the nerd who wanted to be cool. In order to be cool in school, typically you have to be perceived as having some value. You have to be good looking or very good at sports. Maybe your parents are rich. Maybe you're very funny. Whatever it is, most kids who are popular have something about them that the other kids perceive as valuable. So how can you be perceived as cool if you don't have anything valuable about you? This is why some guys embrace hip-hop culture. Within white culture in America, there is a perception that hip-hop is cool. And if you can associate yourself with hip-hop, some people will think that you are cool. In the 1990s, the band Offspring characterized this as being, quote, pretty fly for a white guy.
I'm pretty fly for a white guy.
This is Mark Cuban exactly. Mark Cuban is the quintessential pretty fly for a white guy. Mark Cuban dresses casually, t-shirts or hoodies, faded jeans. He occasionally likes to put on a quasi-black accent. And he eventually bought a basketball team just to associate with cool black guys. Because nothing screams solidarity with black people like owning 14 of them. But none of this has ever worked. In fact, Mark Cuban is considered so ridiculous that there was an amazing douchebag character modeled after Cuban for the TV show Silicon Valley. The character's name was Russ Hanneman.
Hey, what's up, Al-Qaeda? Nah, I'm totally kidding. I'm diffusing the tension with humor.
What tension? This tension?
Nah, of course not. Seriously, no beheadings though, right? Russ Hanneman, how you doing, motherfucker?
Okay. You scratched my car.
It's the rivet in my pants. These are cool pants, too.
That's a deep scratch that will not buff out. Motherfucker.
Know it has 3 commas in it, Richard?
A sentence with 2 appositive phrases in it?
No, $1 billion. Yeah, I'm in the 3 comma club.
It's crazy that a billionaire who is so prominent and has worked so hard to be liked is not liked. No one really likes Cuban. But there are 2 really good reasons for this. First of all, everything he does is too obvious. He very clearly wants to be liked. He reeks of desperation, and no one likes that foul stench. Secondly, he went woke. To be honest, even with all of his artifice, even with all of his desperation, had he not gone woke, had he instead embraced reason and rationality, had he supported Donald Trump and got on board the MAGA train, we would have loved him. Honestly, Mark, there's still time. You could still win the people over. Just stop being a woke dickhead. Before I end the video, I just want to mention one other woke dickhead, the guy that created OpenAI. This guy was once a good friend of Elon Musk. His name is Sam Altman. Now, Elon donated about $100 million to develop OpenAI and ChatGPT. This is because Sam Altman presented the project as an open source nonprofit endeavor. Elon Musk believed that he was investing in a technology that would help humanity, knowing that he would never profit from it. However, Sam Altman turned around and stabbed Elon Musk in the back. He flipped the nonprofit into a for-profit company and essentially betrayed the trust of Elon Musk. Sam Altman would surely disagree with this characterization, but this is certainly how it seems to me. So Elon naturally does not like Sam Altman anymore. And Sam Altman, in return, he seems to really hate Elon Musk. And in a recent interview, he characterized Elon this way.
Do you think Musk's approach then is from a position of insecurity about XAI?
Probably his whole life is from a position of insecurity. I feel for the guy.
You feel for him?
I do, actually. I don't think he's like a happy person. I do feel for him.
So Sam Altman claims that he believes that Elon Musk suffers from chronic insecurities. Now, this is very obviously projection. I don't think Elon is particularly insecure. Maybe he was at one point, maybe in his teenage years, maybe in his 20s. I think most people are insecure at some point in their lives. But Elon literally just saved civilization by helping Donald Trump get elected. And now he's helping Trump eradicate corruption in the US government. I'm not sure how the man could be doing any better. And look, I'm not actually BFFs with Elon Musk, in spite of what I might sometimes tell people. So I don't really know how the guy's doing. But from where I'm standing, it looks to me like Elon Musk is on top of the world. Well, that's it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And remember, it's not that all liberal friends are ignorant. It's just that they know so much that is not so. Good night.
We're at war with the most dangerous enemy that has ever faced mankind in his long climb from the swamp to the stars. And it's been said if we lose that war, and in so doing lose this way of freedom of ours, history will record with the greatest astonishment that those who had the most to lose did the least to prevent its happening. If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on earth.